Have you ever noticed how some of the strongest people in this world aren't the loudest, the biggest, or the bravest? Sometimes the strongest person is simply the one who refuses to stop moving. It's strange, isn't it? How a quiet heart can outlast a roaring world. How a trembling hand can still reach for tomorrow. How a boy with no advantage, no luck, no gift, can still change the shape of his destiny with nothing but a stubborn whisper inside his chest saying, "Not yet. I'm not done." So let me ask you, what becomes of someone who refuses to quit, even when quitting seems easier, safer, more logical? This is his story. There was once a boy named Arun, not the strongest boy in the village, not the smartest, not the fastest. He didn't stand out in any obvious way, except one. Where others stopped, Arun stayed. Where others gave up, Arun tried again. Where others sighed, he whispered, "One more time." It was a strange habit, one the villagers didn't know whether to admire or dismiss. One summer, the village held its annual race, a long, winding trail through dusty fields, a path so uneven that even grown men avoided it. Every year, the prize went to the same type of child, the tall one, the athletic one, the one with strong legs and faster breath. Arun was none of those things. But this year, when the elder asked who wished to join the race, Arun raised his hand. A few children laughed. A few adults exchanged pitying glances. But the elder nodded. All are welcome. On race day, the sun hung heavy in the sky, rays of gold stretching across the dirt path like warning lines. The whistle blew. Boys burst forward like arrows, feet pounding, arms pumping, dust lifting behind them. Arun started slower, much slower. His legs felt stiff, his breath already tight. But he had never entered the race to win. He entered because he wanted to see how far he could go before the voice inside him said, "Stop." And whether he could answer it with, "Not yet." Halfway through the trail, the leaders were far ahead, their laughter echoing faintly across the field. Arun stumbled, twice. His knees scraped against stones, his palms filled with dirt, his lungs screamed. A small voice inside whispered, "It's okay. Just stop here." But another voice, the one he had carried since childhood, rose softly. "Maybe I'm not the fastest. Maybe I won't reach the end first, but I can take the next step." So he got up, step after step, breath after breath, not fast, not flawless, but forward. As he neared the final stretch, he saw something unexpected. Other boys, stronger boys, faster boys, were sitting on the ground, exhausted, some crying, some angry. They had sprinted too hard, burned too quickly, quit too early. The path had defeated them, not because they weren't strong enough, but because their strength had nowhere to go once their willpower ran out. Arun walked past them gently, offering quiet smiles. Not out of pride, but out of understanding. He reached the finish line long after the winner, long after the cheers quieted, long after the crowd thinned. But he reached it. The elder approached him and placed a hand on his shoulder. "You may not have won the race," the elder said, "but you discovered something most people never find." Arun looked up. "What is that?" The elder smiled. "The strength that stays after strength is gone. Some victories aren't loud. Some victories don't bring trophies. Some victories simply transform the person living them." Arun walked home slowly, knowing he carried something more valuable than applause. He had proof. Proof that persistence, not talent, was the true power that moved his life. Isn't that just like us? We sprint at dreams. We demand instant results. We feel ashamed when the path is harder than we expected, And the moment we fall, we whisper, "Maybe I'm not good enough." But life is not a race against others. It's a race against our own willingness to stop trying. You don't need to be the fastest. You don't need to be the strongest. You don't need to have all the answers right now. You just need one thing: a refusal to quit. Because quitting is the only real ending. Everything else, failure, doubt, delays, detours, is just part of the story. Think about your own life. How many dreams died not because they were impossible, but because you stopped believing long before you could grow into them? How many times did the finish line wait for you, only for you to stop halfway? What would happen if you simply stayed one more day, tried one more time, took one more step? Sometimes the difference between a new life and the life you're stuck in right now is one decision. I'm not giving up today. Let me tell you about someone real, someone whose story mirrors Arun's in ways they never realized. His name was Daniel. As a child, Daniel struggled with reading. Letters floated on the page. Words tangled themselves into knots. Every report card reminded him of everything he wasn't. Teachers told his parents, "He's too slow. He's not trying. He will always fall behind." Other kids teased him. Some avoided him. Some treated him as if he carried a flaw too heavy to fix. But Daniel carried something else, something small, quiet, persistent. He refused to quit. While other students finished homework in minutes, Daniel spent hours. While they read entire chapters, he fought for each line, finger tracing every word, heart whispering, "Again, again, again." He didn't improve quickly. Progress felt painfully slow, but he kept going. Years later, the boy who couldn't read became the man who wrote books. Not one, not two, but many. Books that touched millions of lives. Books about courage, resilience, and the human heart. Daniel didn't become a writer because he was gifted. He became a writer because he refused to quit. Even when quitting made perfect logical sense, his slow steps carried him somewhere greatness lived. Just like Arun. Just like anyone who keeps going. Just like you could too. So breathe with me for a moment. Let the air settle softly in your chest. Let your shoulders fall away from your ears. Let silence unclench whatever your day has tightened. And listen closely. The boy who refused to quit is not a myth. He is not a symbol. He is not some distant figure in a distant story. He is inside you. He has always been inside you. Every time you wanted to give up but didn't. Every time your heart whispered, "Try again." Every time you rose after falling. That was him. He's still here, still waiting for you to believe in him again. Remember this: strength isn't the roar of confidence. Strength is the whisper that says, "I'll try once more." And you're stronger than you know. When life pushes you, push back gently. When the path scares you, take one small step anyway. When doubt tells you to quit, answer calmly, "Not yet." Because your story isn't over. Because your heart is unfinished. Because your future is unfolding. Quietly, patiently, beautifully. Every time you refuse to quit. Now breathe deeply, rise softly, and step forward. Your victory is waiting, and it will meet you the moment you choose to keep going.